Hello everyone, this is Scott Caruso with my Week 4 reflection video for Java 2 1308. It's been a long and difficult week for me, not because of school. I've been very sick this week, and getting this week's work done was a challenge. Today, Saturday, I'm finally starting to feel more like myself, though I'm still on antibiotics, so it's kicking my butt. But that's neither here nor there, not the point of this video. The point of this video is to talk about fragments and to show the work that I did this week. And though I think my progress shows that I understand how fragments work and I can utilize them to decent effect, I still think that there are some areas that I could have improved on and really made my application pop, where all I did really this week was merely show proof of concept, which was good enough for the work. I've actually updated it since it was graded. I saw that I already had my work graded for this week, and though I had the 100 that I could have stopped, I really want to make sure that I went about it the right way and that I did it properly. So I'll show you the application here momentarily, but first let's take a look real quick at the fragments. As you can see here, I've created a main fragment that handles the creation of the UI elements within my main view, and I also have one that handles the creation of the elements in my display view. And I think one thing that's really important for me to call out and kind of goes against this week's work is I actually kept a lot of my interface design functionality in the separate classes that I originally created, because there was some sophisticated, not moderately sophisticated, but very volatile code that I had created in separate classes outside of the activities, outside of the fragments, that handled creating a spinner for the display page, that handled a number of things in the display page, and trying to retrofit that to a fragment would have been an exercise in futility, I think. So I've used the fragments to take what I'm already doing and create something that really works, and you'll see in a second. So I'm not creating all of the UI through my fragments for the display page. I'm instead calling the appropriate class, and the fragments are mainly for the aesthetics that I'll show you momentarily. And I think that's really the main benefit of the fragments that I found this week, was that they really open up a lot of possibilities for the designer in you. And though I find myself terrible at the aesthetic design portion of this, I'm much more of a code guy. The back end makes way more sense than the front end to me. You can see where there will be a lot of opportunities to really make your applications pop and jump off the screen for users on a variety of different platforms and screen sizes and orientations, because you're able to take one core piece of functionality, or a couple core pieces of functionality in this case, with the activities and the display class that I was talking about, and then layer on different fragments on top of them. And I think that's a real benefit to fragments. And let's go take a look at the application and see how I actually used the fragments. There are some aesthetics that I really still wish I could have improved upon this week, but my getting sick, unfortunately, just made that impossible. You'll see it still handles orientation change properly. For right now, it's just a scroll view in the main page, but it switches back and forth, no problems. You can still, the big change here is when you go to retrieve saved politicians or search for new politicians. Let's search for some new politicians here, just so you can see it still works. There is now a new view. Actually, there's a fragment that changes the view of the display page. As you can see here, it actually lays it out horizontally and fits all the information on a single page. No need to scroll or anything like that. You can still save to favorites and things like that. So that's the big change. The big functionality this week was the change to that on the results page, and that's all thanks to fragments. It was actually really easy for me to handle that. So that was week 4. I hope everyone else feels like they were as successful in Java 2 as I was, and I look forward to working with all of you again in the future. Thanks a lot.